What's up, party people? I'm John McNeil, and this is Unpeeled. Today, I'm joined by
Jarrett Millette
and
Alex Brett
of
Bien Agiter.
Where did you guys come up with that name? Usually I don't throw to it, but I can't really wiki the name.
No, I get you. The weird thing is being the only French-Canadian member of this band and only other member of this band, Alex is actually the one who came up with the name.
Really?
Yeah.
And that comes from?
bottle of Whiteout.
Is it?
Yeah, Jarrett was texting me, he said, what should we call the band? And I looked at a bottle of Whiteout on my desk at work, and it said Bien Agiter, so he liked it.
Yeah, just the idea of being kind of like a weird mixture of like kind of like funk and punk. Just the idea of having a band that just, it means shake well. You'll see it on every like orange juice container ever, any type of drink that has pulp.
We're in your
We're
home.
in
on
your
a
home.
daily basis.
Yeah. And so like that just kind of seemed to make sense for what we were doing because it's like, yeah, it's punk, but it's mostly dancey. It's a lot. There's a lot more funk leanings. We just play with a lot of dirt on our bass.
So, for someone that does not speak French, the way I read it at first was
go for it.
Bien Agiter.
That's been yeah.
I'm sure you get that.
A lot of variations on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually
Bien
let the
Agiter.
crowd kind of wing it,
Yeah.
and then we just don't tell them that they're wrong.
The agiters of what? If you guys are to describe your sound, how would you describe it? It's funky. It's
Funk punk, man.
Funk
What would you describe? I don't know.
Your words.
Motown meets blast beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time breaking my my metal habits over the years. It's basically like I saw Alex playing in a band before that was kind of like a weird Minutemen-esque kind of punk rock outfit, and then I saw them play at what was it? We're at the Coliseum one year, and I was like, I want to be part of that. And so approached them, was like, can I be in this band? And they're like, he was like, oh, yeah, that sounds cool. Talk to our vocalist. And he was like, this is our last show ever. A year later, I get a message on Facebook being like, do you still want to play? I was like, actually, yeah. So he decided he was going to just stay on bass, and it kind of just like went from there, really.
So people at home, it's bass and drums.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Is that where it's staying?
That's where it's going to stay.
Yeah.
All you need.
Because before, was there not a vocalist
There
at the
was.
beginning?
Yes.
And you're just like, this band does not need vocals.
Well, he opted to leave, and then we saw that as the best thing that ever happened to the band. You want to know how to make your
we
band...
can cut that part. We
No
can cut
way!
that
Don't
part.
even do it. The best thing that can ever happen to your band is let your vocalist leave. No, just basically what ended up happening was he just wasn't into it anymore, and he was a slam poet and he wanted to focus on that. And essentially, like Alex and I just had so much fun doing it that when it came time to like, I think he kind of might have thought that we were gonna call it quits. Like I think there was a bit of miscommunication, and then like Alex and I don't even think there was like a second where we were like, let's not do this. You know, it was something that we wanted to keep up for sure.
So I was going to ask you, you guys, there's two of you.
Yes.
It's funky. It's experimental.
Yeah.
It's kind of all over the place. But I haven't seen you live. Is there a jazz feel to it? Do you guys experiment on stage as well? Do you just let it take you somewhere sometimes?
The songs are pretty structured.
Okay, it's structured, but you don't go off of that just for like a bass line and everybody does their, their snaps and like...
There's small parts where we do have like open-ended parts where we sort of riff on stage,
Yeah.
but we've also been writing for a long time, so we tend to just call out our set list based on how we're feeling, what mood we're in,
Yeah.
what kind of crowd it is, because we do have like jazzier stuff, bluesier
Cater,
stuff.
but there's definitely
Yeah.
like a lot of like, it's like feel the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're playing a punk show, pull out the more punk bangers. If we're playing a show that like, I hate to say is a bit more like easy listening, maybe don't do the ones where I have to throw in blast beats. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Will you guys ever throw to the crowd? Like, so once I do the down, you guys are going to go, hey.
No.
Down.
we have microphones on stage that are literally there for us to address the audience, and that's it.
That's it.
That is
Sole
that's for communication purposes only. Writing songs with Alex is the most fun thing ever because with the two of us, all it is Alex goes, I have a bass part. Okay. Do you like it? Yeah. Okay. And then it just pretty much that's it. That's how we figure out if it's gonna be a song or not. Do you like what I just did? I rarely say no. Because it's usually something crazy. And even if it's something weird, why not run with that?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
we've got songs that lean more towards punk. We've got songs that lean more towards funk. We're going to bust out a jam tonight that's like, to me, the whole first half sounds kind of like you're in an elevator at the bay. Mm-hmm. It's got that very, it's got that kind of feel.
Sound.
But it's pretty much you got the freedom to do whatever we want, essentially.
Yeah.
And people seem to either dig it or they don't. But
then who cares? It's your
I
craft.
think, to get back to the whole vocal thing is like a lot of people ask if we're going to get another vocalist. And we joke about it a lot. It's kind of an ongoing gag in the band.
I feel like you would have to have like a Mike Patton type singer. That's just very diverse and very flexible.
But the only problem that we run into is we actually found that people were more receptive to our music after our vocalist had left. Because we're kind of a busy band.
Yeah. The
fact that we don't have a guitar player and like he's both like the lead and rhythm, it kind of lends it, like our music is kind of busy.
Yeah.
We don't try and always make it that way, but it seems to lean a bit towards that sometimes. And people were able to now focus more on what Alex and I were doing. And our old vocalist, he was a great lyricist, but it's like when you're trying to focus on very wordy songs and a lot of cool stuff going on.
It might be hard to find the rhythm and pattern as a vocalist as well.
That was definitely a challenge. There were some songs where it was like, okay, well, here's a poem I had worked on. Let's throw that over top music. Then the ones that worked the best were the ones that he had written to the music. Those were always the ones that came off the best. But in hindsight, it seems that people are a lot more apt to get into it because they're not having to try and pick one thing to focus on. It's just music. It's just groove. It's just go.
So that's what you guys are going to do tonight. You're going to start the party off with a dance party.
We like to try and encourage
You're gonna move some
dancing.
feet.
Yeah.
People are going to find you online. Where are they going?
You're going to go to bienagiter.bandcamp.com, I believe is the best place.
You guys also have Facebook?
We do have Facebook, which I think is facebook.com/bienagiter music.
Music, it is.
I believe, yeah. Thank you for
You're
clarifying.
welcome. All right, well,
Johnny.
yeah, thanks.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Peace out.